Hey, welcome back. It's Canadian Bacon here, and I'm at Oulton Park, and we're going to do a 6-lap battle here. And I have these BMW 2002s. It's not actually a 2002 BMW; it's an older BMW, as you can see. Kind of reminds me a little nostalgia there with regards to the old Datsun 510s here over in North America when we ran them back in the 70s. These things are quite the animal, I got to tell you. And let's take this around. I'm gonna try and run this tonight with a few of the boys and see what we can get, if we can get a good little race on. But I wanted to try it ahead of time, and I'll throw it up for you guys to have a peek at, see what you're in for. These things are a handful, no doubt about it. Biggest thing for me was to try and keep the heat out of the tires. That front right, it seems like the UK tracks, that front left. The UK tracks just seem to want to chew up those front left tires and just heat them all to you know what. So it was a real struggle to try and get a decent setup for this car, but let's give her a go. As you can see, I'm kind of starting in the back here, but I'm working my way up. I'll get a few places, but I won't really take too much of a fight off of this whole pack. I'm running like 26 cars, I think. And I'll do my best, but no guarantees as you see me working my way up through. I might even lose a few as we go. I gotta say, these cars are, you know, if you have a really decent setup, you can have a lot of fun with them, I'm sure. And you can give the AI a good run for its money, but that's who I'm up against here, is the AI. And as usual, I'm running them at a higher level of percentage here, around 85-90%. Not my usual 95-100. I probably could have done that, but I wanted to have some sort of chance here. I'm not running any aids except for, I think, ABS, but no traction control. And to be honest, I think that these things would benefit from traction control, but they didn't really run them traction control back in the day. And if I'm being honest, I never even ran ABS, but you know, I have it on. Here we are coming through the first major chicane there. That's a lot of fun trying to navigate that and getting that down right. There are some points. Look at that sky in the background, that pink sky in there. It's very beautiful. We're running about 6 o'clock in the morning here at Oulton Park. And as you can see, everybody has their lights on. I usually have my lights on, so it's always easy to pick me out. But everybody here is running with their lights on, so of course I'm number 5. This is a little tricky, this transition coming into here. I just want to tell you guys, you just got to be really careful. Watch your braking. That's going to be crucial as well. This thing really wants to slip out from you. The back end just wants to peel around. It's really bouncy, the suspension that I have set up anyway, the setup I'm using, and these old cars, I mean, that's what they ran back in the day. I did manage to improve from what I originally set up from the original default setting. I probably brought it down about 3 to 5 seconds a lap, so you can imagine I'm really struggling here to keep up. Like I said, there was a really hard time trying to keep heat out of that right or that left front. But what I ended up doing is I really softened up the suspension, and I would even soften up all your dampers as well. Now, one thing I did notice, the AI seems to run really high brake temperatures. If you look at, like, I'm not glowing, but if you get a chance to look at the AI, their rear brakes are always glowing. When I look back at it, they're running 14 and 1700 degree brakes, which is really just, I call bullshit on that one, because these cars, I mean, especially back in that day, running those kind of temperatures, the rotors would be falling out of the back end of these cars. I'm telling you, they just wouldn't take that kind of punishment. Neither would the pads. The pads would just be crumbling apart. Lots of flames. They got a little side pipe action going there. Big mounds of flame coming out of it. It's a fire. breathing dragons of the old BMWs. And I'm really, again, if I'm being honest, I'm really defending. Like, you're sideways, holy shit. Yeah, holy crap, man. This thing, I'm really starting to notice it. The heat coming up on those tires are really starting to affect the handling, and it's something that you really got to work on to try and keep down. Now, this is just a 6-lapper. I can imagine back in the day when these things were just really hammering out the, 20, 25, 30 laps. They are beautiful cars, though. I really love them. I think they're beautiful the way they look. Some people may think that they're ugly, but I just love that boxy look. Big, wide stance fender flares, and I think it's just a beautiful, beautiful car. Now this is, like I said, I'm running a nostalgia car, and I'm kind of running nostalgia here with my buddy of mine I used to run. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to run with me today, but we actually ran this track together. I think we were running the roughs, and when Project Cars first came out, we had a really good time on this track. So it brought me, I wanted to run it today in his honor, and thought we'd take it for a little spin and see what we can do with them. Now, as you can see, I'm just still defending. Let's have a look from inside the car. Look, he's got the old helmet on. Here's nice. This is a pretty cool look. They're fighting out this one behind me here, just defending. Like I said, it's all I'm doing. They're definitely, I don't know, I think he's faster than me at this point. I really don't know the track either, so I mean, there's a lot to be said about knowing the track and knowing your braking points. I definitely don't have those down. So I could be running and probably, if I was to spend some time on it, I could probably bring my time down about 3 or 4 seconds a lap. Wow, look at that sky. Isn't that beautiful? Getting a little loose, heating up those rears. You really got to be ginger with the fuel and its delivery, and make sure you don't spin these tires out. Look at that suspension movement. And like I said, this left front really is taking some punishment here. Here he comes, sneaking up on me. Here I am coming up to this chicane here. Woo. Front brakes blowing a little bit. Like I said, this transition coming up over this hill is very tricky. You got to watch the fuel and your delivery here. You got to kind of lift just a little tiny here, or you'll get sideways. Here I am getting it sideways again. Oh, straighten me out. Thank you very much. Here's what I'm looking at now. BMW, look at that. Scumbags. AI, sneaky little bastards. Look at the little BMW logo on the gear shift, pretty cool. Lots of detail in this. They really did a great job with these cars. I really love them. Look at the wheel, look at the wheel, look at the wheel. Oh my god, I'm trying to hold on. Tires are cooking. I just checked like before that. I think I'm running around 200 some odd degrees up front. 208, 210 degrees. Not much left in it. Here I go. Look. Oh, come on. Let's go. Yeah, it's insult to injury. They give you a little slap as you go by. Here I go. Look at me. Woo. This is crazy stuff, man. I'm telling you. It's just hold on for dear life. Hold on. I'm just trying to hold my position. I'm just defending. Defend. Oh my god, look at this. Look what's coming up here. Look at that sun. Look at that sun over. Look at the flaring coming through there. Now watch this. Oh, I just get... Oh, I'm like, oh, look at the beautiful. Oh, it's so beautiful. Look at the flare. Oh. Oh my god. I get caught up in the moment. What can I say? I could have showed you a perfect run, but these are a lot more fun to watch. Watch me screw it up. Oh, I got scraped. Some hood damage. Look at that. Again. So listen, thanks for coming out, thanks for watching my channel, and please don't be afraid to hit those like buttons, and if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, and if you want to share it with your friends and family, whoever you want to share with, don't be afraid to hit that share button. Thanks again, I appreciate you coming out and watching. And if you have any questions, comments, you want to talk about my setup, or have any questions with regards to that, please feel free to ask. Peace out.